What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back again with another 90-day fiancé video, and this one right here is all about Kimberly and Usman and also Jamal in the most recent episode of Happily Ever After, season 7, episode 20. Man, it has been one hell of a roller coaster. But with that being said though, let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time and see what's good.
Yay! You like it? If this does happen and I do end up adopting, I need to know that Mahadi's parents are on board with this idea 100%. Plus, I need to prove to them that I would raise Mahadi in a way that would be acceptable for them. But at the same time, I know that Jamal just sees red flags.
Oh, how do I breathe? How do I breathe? How do I breathe? How do I breathe? Point being is this. Kimberly uttered the words, "How do I prove?" How many times have we heard Kimberly say the words, "How do I prove?" or anything similar to that phrase itself? So the question is, Kimberly, how many times are you willing to prove yourself to just be married to Usman? How many times do you have to prove yourself to someone until you get to a point where your worth is completely gone now? Because your self-worth to yourself does not exist. And it is fading away even more. I say it doesn't exist, but what I mean is, like, right now it doesn't exist, but it could be there. But it's starting to fade away so much more that not only is it not going to exist, but you're never going to find it again. Because the fact is this, no one should be in a situation with anybody where you have to keep proving yourself time and time and time and time and time again. If you dig what I'm saying. But hey, it's not my life. Not my life. I'm just here to advise. That's about it. And whoever wants to listen will listen. And I hope you're listening, because this right here is ridiculous. Prove. In fact, the question is, Kimberly, how many times has Usman proved anything to you? That is the red flag. But let's get into it.
And he told me not to be impulsive, and I still don't know if I'm ready to take this step. I just don't know what to do. That was fine, huh? Give me 5. Give me a high five. Yes! I think she wanted to stay on.
Yeah?
Yes!
Okay,
Give me another one. Give me another one. Hey!
yesterday, when I bring the idea of adopting to Muhammad, he was surprised. So he's still thinking about what to do. But if Muhammad said we can adopt Mahdi, I want to see how I can give him a better life. Growing up, I was so busy, like, working.
Okay, hold on. You know, one of the things I really dislike about this show is how people do a complete 180 so quick. In the last episode, the idea of the boy being adopted wasn't even really going to be a consideration. The wife was like, no. The dad was like, And now we're in a position where we're going to actually give it a trial, and we're going to see exactly how Kimberly's going to be with him. It's interesting though, because to be honest with you, it's quite annoying how the pressure is actually on Kimberly, because if your son is being adopted, you also have to make sure that your own brother is going to be able to raise your son correctly as well. Fair enough, Kimberly is the American. Fair enough, Kimberly is the one that is not a Muslim. Fair enough, Kimberly is the one that doesn't know nothing about the culture, and she's the one that has to learn a whole lot for the culture, which is why, again, proving, she has to keep proving a lot of things. So I understand a certain level of pressure being on her in that aspect. But you cannot neglect the responsibility that Usman also has to do as well, because Kimberly has to learn these things from somewhere, and she's not going to learn all of them in her time in Nigeria. These are things that she's also going to need to learn even when she's in the States, and how she's going to learn those things. And that's another point. When she does go back to the States again by herself again, fair enough, she can go to certain places, be taught this and that, but the fact is, you still need to know that Usman's going to be able to step up for the role as well. Because the question that I have is that, does Usman give anyone father role vibes? I guess we get no answer then, because I guess everybody understands where I'm coming from. That Usman, for me, myself in particular, doesn't even give me vibes of someone that can even be a parent at this moment in time. Remember, man is a superstar. He needs to focus on his music. Clown.
All I know is hustling and all that. So I want Mahdi to have schooling, which none of the family member has that opportunity. So I want to see him succeeding, you know.
Thank you guys for coming out.
The only thing that you want to see succeed is yourself and your fading music career. Don't be telling me about succeeding nonsense, this and that. Cool.
It was fun. I just wanted, yesterday was kind of stressful, and I wanted to just come out and just have fun.
Yeah.
Inshallah. No problem. I have to discuss about the issue.
Okay.
Concerning this adoption, it can be beneficial because it is that this issue cannot be concluded right now. We'll go and meet our mother. We have to go there and discuss about the issue before we go to the conclusion.
Alright, Kim, boom, check this out. Usman told you when you was in America about the adoption. He flew to Nigeria with the assumption that he had already presented the idea to his brother. You find out that he hasn't presented the idea to his brother. He's now presenting the idea to his brother, and his brother isn't too sure. But now his brother now has to speak to Usman's mother to process the fact that you've been lied to consistently. Not only in this segment, not only in this season, but in other seasons as well. Well, the only other season you do together, right? So why would you keep trying for someone that keeps literally just putting you in scenarios where you're basically like, what happens next? Does that make sense? Like, nothing is clear cut with this. Let me keep that word to myself. It's funny though, because he talks about being raised with good morals. He wants his child to be raised with good morals. Would you say that Usman was raised with good morals? Because if he was, then why is he so rebellious against his culture and his religion? Let me elaborate clearly. If Usman was so about culture and religion, then why would he be out here trying to seek elder women from America who aren't even a part of his own religion? Which isn't necessarily a big deal, but if he was really strong to his morals, he would find a woman in Nigeria, preferably of age as well, that can give him children and is also already a part of the religion and also has already been educated on how to raise children based on your culture and religion. So again, it goes back to my point. Why is the pressure on Kimberly though? Because Usman is someone that I don't think could even raise a child to the standards that is required in his culture and his religion, because he doesn't even follow himself completely. But hey, who am I? I'm just a guy on the net.
It wouldn't happen today. It wouldn't happen next week. It'll be a couple years, you know? And I just... What?
Couple years?
Well, at least a year.
For adoption?
Yeah.
So...
Wow. Usman hasn't even done research on how it works as well. And you're proving yourself to this clown. Behave yourself.
So you want to start the process like... Yeah, like, now, it's all about getting married. Immediately we get married, like, a month or so, I want to see, like, how I can bring him close to me all the time. So, like, I want to see him, like, with me, like, every day, you know, and all that. That's what I'm saying. Now, I me to forget about having baby, you know?
We're all gonna live. I feel like you can't just bring him over and then...
This is going to be a minute. This part.
So
It's gonna be, no, it's not going to be fast.
The earlier for us, the better.
But I'm just saying the process would take
Yeah.
a while. So you're saying once we get married, then we just take, you have to go through a process. It's not going to be overnight. We've already discussed that.
Tell me this. The fact that he thought that this was going to work overnight tells me he thought that this was going to be quick ticket to America. So I'm sure the next time we come across this storylines, I think next week is Tell All, part 1 until 4. Either way, I am expecting to hear something along the lines of we have not decided to adopt the young boy anymore. Because he obviously is in the quick fix. Usman is looking for that quick fix. He was like, no, we adopt, get married, and then boom. No, it doesn't work that way, mate. It's a process. It's a process. You have to be in Nigeria for at least 2 years. Point blank, period. And it's crazy though, because I would imagine that Kimberly would also have to be in Nigeria for a certain time to show that she's actually been a mother to this young man within those 2 years of adoption. Because if she's in America for the 2 years and Usman's back home with the child, well, then there's only proof that only Usman has been a parent to the child, not her herself. Because at the end of the day, when you adopt, the child is both yours, right? So there's also that aspect too that has to be considered. I'm not saying that that is how it's going to work, but I'm pretty sure it has to work. Because normally, if you get, let's say they got married in Nigeria, they would then have to have proof that they got, that they have been together and they are in love and all that kind of stuff. And that comes with pictures, memories of that's taken over time. And obviously that's something that they would have to do, clearly, I would imagine so. Nothing is ever as clear as day. But anyway, we continue.
Therefore, was the data.
But I'm just saying the process would take
Yeah.
a while. So you're saying once we get married, we just take them. You have to go through a process. It's not gonna be overnight. We've already discussed that. I feel a lot of pressure from Usman to adopt Mahadi immediately, but I'm not convinced I'm ready to go through with this. It's a lot to
We all know that's a lie. If you wasn't convinced that you wasn't going to go through with it, then what are you doing here?
think about. And Usman and I only have a few days left in Nigeria, so we need to figure out how to get on the same page. Dad, you're leaving. What did you think of like the overall experience, like Nigeria?
I love Nigeria overall. It's very beautiful. The people are really nice.
So what did you think of Usman?
He's not like a terrible guy, you know.
Okay.
That long better be coming with a very, very good explanation why he's not a terrible guy, because I can tell you right now, he's a terrible guy. Because he's a user and a scammer. Tell me otherwise. Anyway, we continue. Maybe it was that PS5 that made him sway his decisions. It better not be. Better not be. You can never be swayed by a price that you could easily just buy for yourself. Remember that. But we continue.
I'm not like 100% convinced on Usman, you know?
Jamal's flying back to the States, and this trip has been crazy, a lot of ups and downs, and I don't think I could have survived this without Jamal's support. He still thinks I'm like letting.
I don't know why she's talking about Jamal's support, because she never takes any of Jamal's support. Point blank, period. Like, honestly, the cack that comes out of her mouth is bizarre to me. Can somebody please tell me in the comment section, when has there ever been a time where Kimberly has actually taken any of Jamal's support seriously? Has actually used any of his advice, support anything? I know, we've been waiting for a very long time because it's not coming, is it now? Because it's never happened. Unless I missed something, which I know I didn't. I see everything. I don't, but yeah. I like to think I do, yes. Anyway, we continue.
Usman get away with a lot, and I'm just moving too fast. But I just hope you trust me enough to know that I'm going to make the right decisions. So what are the things you like about seeing me and Usman together?
I like the way I like how she's forcing the positive. What are the things that you like? You better ask about the negatives as well.
Do you like how happy it makes me?
You seem really comfortable with him, and I don't think I realized how, like, intertwined both y'all are.
But I can tell there's.
Jamal, you're letting me down. How intertwined they both are. Since when have they both been intertwined? Universe, can you please answer that question? When have they both been intertwined? Maybe the universe is just quiet today, or they just know that they haven't been intertwined ever. But anyway, we continue.
There's a button there, so tell me what the button is.
Yeah, there's a few, you know, and there are things that I really want you to think about, you know, especially while I'm gone, but also in the long run. Like, y'all make it seem like y'all have everything figured out. How are y'all going to really be in the future? It's like, especially Mahadi, you know, what's going to change, you know, in the next couple of years if you do, you know, get a blessing from Muhammad and his wife, you know.
I want to hear someone, if not Jamal, but preferably Jamal, to talk about finances. How are you going to financially support these peeps? That's what I want to know. Where is that conversation? The financial conversation is never actually had, is it? In general, on this network.
I've talked to my mom a few times about the adoption, and it's obviously a red flag for me. She's in love, so she's kind of seeing things a lot differently than I am. That was...
I think there is a fine line between being in love and being desperate. I'm just trying to figure out what Kimberly is. Is she just desperate, or is she in love? Or is she just crazy? I will let you answer that question. Either way, whichever one it is, it's not good enough for it. Whatever it is, she needs to get over it and move away from this guy. Point blank, period.
I feel like I'm like 100% more skeptical than my mom is about my mom and Usman's relationship. They have a lot of issues that they need to discuss.
Oh, you bought me cappuccino.
You got your cappuccino. Is it cappuccino or cappuccino?
Cappuccino. You're the best.
Jamal,
How are you, bro?
I'm good.
Hi.
So you packing?
Now I got my console wrapped up, protected. Thank you again, Usman.
No problem. You're welcome.
I will say this though. At the end of the day, the console should not be what's swaying you to be polite to this guy. Because at the end of the day, Usman is not the man, the boy, soldier boy, literally emphasize on that boy, who's going to be able to really make your mother happy for the rest of her life. And let's be real, Jamal. Let's be real. Has your mom actually ever had a successful, happy relationship? That I don't know. But from the records and the reports and allegations and rumors, all that kind of stuff, it seems as if she has not been able to seek that. And it's probably because she's always chasing the wrong men. Literally willing to do anything and everything just to have someone. Which is never ever the route to happiness. So you get my point. But anyway, we continue with Usman being in the room now thinking he's slick.
No, it's cool. Actually, I do appreciate you coming here.
I think you guys got along well. Like, I feel.
I feel like we're family right now.
Bruh. Yo, if I'm in that room and man said, I feel like we're family right now, I would let you look and be like, bruh, we're not family. We're not family. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we're not family. Calm yourself down. Like, bro, you're my age. They're not. I mean, I think there's like 5 years apart or something like that. I'm not too sure. But anyway, we continue.
Right, babe?
Yes.
When Jamal is coming here, I actually was expecting him to be so rude and maybe a little bit disrespectful to me. He can be a good guy. The only thing I think sometimes he's trying to, like to involve into the relationship.
You know, I do wish the best.
Anyone African will know exactly what that sound means. When you hear that sound, hey, you know it's a peak at this point. You know it's about to go down. But how? Usman said, I expected this guy to be a bit, But you know what I don't like is the fact that he got a bit too involved with that relationship. Correct me if I'm wrong, but hasn't Usman had his friends involved in his relationship with Kimberly at times? Wait. These are friends, right? So they're not blood. Okay, cool. Jamal is blood. All right, cool. Hasn't Usman had his own family involved in his relationship with Kimberly? Yes, family. Jamal is family. Usman just said, I feel like we're family. So it's interesting how your family can have one energy, but Kimberly's family can't. Oh yeah, because it's always about proving things to you. It's always about what is good for you, Usman. Never what's good for Kimberly. This guy, Usman. You know what though? I'm gonna have to give massive respect to Jamal. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I tell you this now, I couldn't bear to be in the same room with Usman personally if you try to speak to me in any kind of way. Because I'd find everything disrespectful, to be honest with you. I would, 100%. And of course, in that moment in time, I'd have to remove myself from the situation. Because I know me. If I know a situation isn't healthy for me, I'm going to move myself out of the situation. So therefore, that unhealthiness doesn't contaminate me to want to do stupid things. And I haven't done stupid things in a very, very, very long time. For good reason. Because I know how to remove myself from situations that are unhealthy for me. So you know what? Kudos to you, because this man right here, But then again, though, when he said what he said, he didn't actually say it in Jamal's face. He said it on the cutscene, so I did actually forget that. My bad. But when the tell all comes and I see that, just know I won't be happy. Yeah. Okay, whatever. Let's go. Yeah, whatever.
For y'all, it's like I'm always gonna let y'all do y'all, and I'll just be a really protector, you know.
It's very important for Jamal to understand. I want to make sure that his mom is my wife, and I'm trying to adopt Mahdi out of nothing but love, you know. But if
that is a lie. You will use anyone to get what you want. Don't lie. even your own goddamn family. Nephew, to be more specific.
He influenced Kimberly to adopt, then it's a big problem.
Okay, relax. I'll see you in a few days. Yeah.
Give my cats a kiss for me, okay?
Okay.
Get some Mexican food for me.
All right.
You know hugging me?
Oh, my bad.
Oh.
All right, nice to meet you, bro.
Yada 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 yada. Is there another? Yep, there's another segment. Let's go on to the next one.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The way I walk is wrong. The way I dress is wrong. It's like, why am I here? Seriously. I don't do that to you. There's a lot like about you, but I don't say it. You make me feel so incompetent sometimes. I don't like that.
I'm sorry.
Just leave me the alone for like 2 minutes, please.
Oh, okay.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What's going on now? Jamal leaves it and boom bam. Boom bam 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 bam. Don't forget, Jamal, that PS5 is second hand. That was his, I promise you now. Oh, your mother bought it. Oh, Chelsea banana that they didn't do that. They definitely didn't do that. The mofos right there, they be tight with their monies. But anyway, we continue.
Room is looking dirty, and I was doing it by myself, you know. I don't really.
You have to say something about it to me, like I'm not
We're
doing
all
right.
laughing over it.
But that's what you do. Jamal left yesterday, and I have a few days left in Nigeria, and I was in the bathroom getting ready, and Usman started like nagging me about not cleaning up the room, like not putting his shoes away, and that kind of escalated. And then it was just little things, like talking about my weight. They're talking about how I'm getting a tummy tuck. I don't know if it was stress. I don't know if it was tension. I think the adoption thing was in this. I think meeting Jamal and the stress from that, and I think it just all came to a head. Right now, we really need to talk about our relationship issues, our communication issues, because I'm not feeling too respected right now.
I mean, listen, the question is, when have you ever been respected? Yeah, exactly.
I said I'm very sorry. I was doing that and I was laughing.
But it doesn't sound like you're playing. And then everything, I don't pick up the room right. I don't dress right. My stomach's too big. I mean, why are you even with me? And I shouldn't have to feel that way. I have to do all this to conform to you. What the are you doing for me? Seriously.
It's a shame that when she asks that question, she doesn't actually ask it in a way where she's actually looking for him to answer that question, because she's going to continue allowing him to get away with his behavior. It's so sad. To be fair with you, I'm going to throw it out right here. Usman is... Can I say low-key or borderline or neither, because it is what it is regardless? Yeah, you know what? There is no borderline. There is no low-key. I don't think those words should even exist with the next words I'm going to say. Usman is 100% definitely mentally abusive. 100%. If he's no borderline, I don't know why people even say the word borderline abusive or low-key. What do you mean? No, abuse is abuse regardless. Yeah. He's a control freak. He manipulates. But the problem with that, though, is that Kimberly allows it. And when I say the problem with that is that what I mean is Kimberly is not... This is not her first rodeo in this type of relationship. That's what I mean. So it's like, why hasn't she learned from her mistakes? Why hasn't she learned from the people beforehand? But anyway, we continue.
Sit here thinking about adopting a baby, but you can't even hold a conversation with me. We don't even have sex. Tired of feeling like I'm not enough. You know, you're not the one traveling to come down here to sacrifice all I'm sacrificing.
Stop giving me that as an excuse, please. Because at this point,
all I'm asking you for
I'm just telling you, you cannot come and start telling me all that. From now,
I can say, first of all, let me tell you something. I can say whatever the I want to say because I'm a grown-ass woman. So don't ever tell me I can't say. I have a right to be heard. Like, I'm here. I'm making all these decisions, you know, we're making all these decisions, life-changing decisions, you know? I would like respect. I don't think I'm asking for too much.
Saying all the things that I've been saying in this video and before that too. It's nice to hear you say these things, Kimberly, but it'd be nicer if you actually put these things into action and you recognize your worth. Because right now, your worth is nothing. And that is quite sad to watch. Yes.
I'm thinking about adopting a child with you. Just put your phone down and talk to me.
You're not adopting. I'm actually adopting.
Yeah, it is, but it's still changing my
Fine,
mind.
then,
And
so
then on the side note of that, it's a huge sacrifice for me too. It's not just you, yes.
Don't do it then.
No.
Wait. He just said that you're not adopting, I'm adopting. Fascinating. Very, very interesting. And let me process that.
You're not
No, don't do it then.
Oh God,
Don't
that's
do
not
it.
what I'm saying. These are all.
Please don't do it. Don't do it. I don't want to do it. Don't do it. I'm being in a situation that nobody's comfortable. She thinks she do a lot. think I do a lot. She thinks she sacrificed a lot. I think I sacrificed the most. You can give me a child and I'm able to think of adopting because of you.
I get this always wrong. I'm just
I don't have to have a second wife.
Are you saying like
You are going to be happy with that?
I didn't say that.
Then why are
I'm
you
just
telling me
saying.
Okay, hold on a minute. Let me just break this down real quick. Let's talk about these sacrifices. Who has sacrificed the most? I made this in a separate video, but this video is already quite long. I'll do it in this one. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about these sacrifices. Usman says he sacrificed more than Kimberly. Is he okay? Because from my understanding, and please correct me if I'm wrong, when it comes to sacrifices, Kimberly has gone back and forth to Nigeria multiple times. That is sacrifice number one financially. Kimberly has then had to finally accept the idea of him having a second wife. That is sacrifice number two. Kimberly has then had to accept the idea of adopting a child. That is sacrifice number three. Okay. Now let's get into Usman. Usman wanted to have a second wife. That is not a sacrifice. Usman is now bringing in the idea of a child. That is not a sacrifice. Kimberly and probably TLC have paid for all the tickets for her to go to America, for her to go to Nigeria. He has never traveled once, so that's not a sacrifice. Okay, cool. These are not sacrifices, but you know, we know that she has gifted him with multiple things, and he has gifted her with pretty much nothing, to be honest, if you compare to what she's done. All right, cool. She's even brought her son over to meet him, and the reception that he got from her son was good compared to the reception that she got from his friends, the reception that she got from his family. Oh yeah, she even bought a goat. Can somebody please tell me, where has Usman sacrificed anything for Kimberly? And also, let's not forget though, this is a guy that brought over to Zanzibar at a time when he was shooting a music video based on another woman. Yeah, I'm waiting for those sacrifices real quick because I don't see them anyway, Usman. Where they at, bro? Where they at? You're not my bro, to be fair. You're a waste man, but yeah, let's continue.
Thinking about
Because
adoption. Are you doing that for me?
No, I was just thinking of all the ways that I'm gonna have to change my life for this at home.
Oh yes, also financially. Kimberly will be in a financial... Her financial situation will be worse if he moves to America as well. But anyway, let's continue.
I feel like you do things. Kimberly, me being with you is something that nobody,
Oh God, I cannot do this
nobody will do in my
anymore. I
religion.
cannot.
But I don't want to look into
I'm not gonna sit here and
Wow, me being with you is something that... No. Why are you lying for? There's tons of Nigerians in the world. Nigerians are everywhere. Everywhere in this world, trust me, doing a madness. So don't tell me you're the only person in your religion, because that is not true. Hands down, not freaking true. This guy is such a narcissist. Wow. Why haven't I called him out before for being a narcissist? Why haven't I called him out before for being abusive? Why have I not got to this point before, man? Wow. It's probably because he was out with baby. Oh, do you know what? I think him being with baby girl Lisa really kind of made that clouded because she was something else. Yeah. Usman, narcissist, abusive, scumbag. The list can go on, but you know, let's keep it cordial.
I kiss your ass because you're with me.
You're telling me I didn't do this, I didn't do that. I really want to have a second wife because you can't give me what I want. I said, okay, now I'm sacrificing that. I adopt my own brother's son.
I'm so not hurt in this relationship. It's disgusting. I don't understand why I'm here. I really don't.
If you don't understand why you're here, then you can pack your things and go back.
Don't say that.
Hello?
You know what? You're a ass. You are a ass. I'm done.
How can my man answer the phone during a serious time and then puts the phone back? It wasn't even a phone call. He just faked it just to get out of the room. He's losing control. Fool.
I wasn't saying that the adoption of my God was a sacrifice. I would never say that. I would never say that. But I was saying I do have to alter my life. It is a lot of thinking for me. I don't think he sees that. It's just ridiculous. If Usman and I can't talk about the adoption stuff like an adult, like how are you going to raise a child? We can't do it. But I can't sit here and it can't just be his way all the time. It can't. And it's always been this way. Always. And I just had my fill today. I'm done.
She's done here. It's taking a long time to get to that point. But I guess we won't really find out for sure. Actually, hold a minute. There's still a little bit more left. Let me play the little bit more left.
I'm just done. I'm just done. This just might be it. Because he's not hearing me. He's not hearing me. He sacrificed so much to be with me. I'm tired of that being in my face too. Let one of these bitches in his DMs get him.
Just gonna add this real quick, but as far as I'm concerned, if you're in a relationship with someone and you get to a point where you start talking about who sacrificed the most, that is another red flag. I mean, I won't lie to you. Listen, I'm one of these people. I don't waste time. I will not waste time with someone at all. If I see one red flag, I'm out, to be honest with you. I don't give chances because I've done that already twice. You know, I was in a 3-year relationship. I gave chances and I realized it wasn't worth it in the end. Then I was in nearly 8-year relationship, you know what I mean? And gave sacrifices and realized that it wasn't worth it in the end, you know what I mean? So the way I see it is that, like, once you see a red flag, I don't know why people stick around, to be honest with you. I legit don't understand that, to be honest with you. Not anymore. You know, I thought I did, but no. Because the way I see it is that in life, we can't get everything that we want from someone, but we can get most of the things we want someone. And I always say the things that you need to have from someone are the things that are key to you. Things that keep you allow you to keep being who you are. You know what I mean? So you never feel like you're necessarily sacrificing. You always feel like you're having a healthy compromise. And the fact is this, though, when it comes to these two themselves in particular, like, it's just pathetic. At the end of the day, my advice to every single one of you right now that is watching this relationship, if there is a red flag in your relationship, I don't know why you're still there. I don't care if you've still got kids, if you got kids together. I don't care if you got a mortgage together. I don't care what kind of attachment that you've got together. Everybody deserves better, because at the end of the day, once you get one red flag, another one comes. And even when you fix the first one, another one comes. You fix that, and then another one comes. And then the ones that you do fix, then come back again. You know, the moment that a red flag that was a problem before disappears and then reappears, if the moment it reappears isn't a clue, a sign to you to say, I gotta bounce, then what's wrong with you? Like, come on. Look at this nonsense. Honestly, if I'm with someone and I'm thinking that I'm sacrificing this and that, and I'm completely neglecting what they've sacrificed for me, clearly means whatever they've sacrificed hasn't been good enough for me. It hasn't been what I want to be sacrificed. Because otherwise, why am I thinking so one-dimensional? Why am I thinking in such a selfish way? If it's healthy, I'll be thinking about what we both done. Point blank, period. But anyway, I could be all day, man. What can I say? With that being said, let's continue with this utter madness.
Kimberly does not understand the kind of sacrifice I'm making for us to be together in life. She is walking away all the time. And later she'll come back and say, sorry. I am. Things that I care about is that who is that person that can give me peace? And I think we'll never have peace, me and Kimberly.
It's funny though, because his whole demeanor has changed ever since he found out that adopting the boy wouldn't exactly get him to America ASAP. Just putting that out there.
It hurts. Just because I'm not sobbing does not mean it doesn't hurt. Here yesterday, you were sitting here talking about adopting a kid, and then today it's over, you know? I don't even know what to do now, you know? I was pissed when I gave the ring back. I was pissed. Wait, we're supposed to be planning our wedding. Now what are we doing?
Come sit down.
I'll sit over here. So, I don't want to end it with you. I don't want to not marry you. But I want to be hurt in this relationship. And sometimes I feel like you make me feel like I'm just not good enough, you know? I want you to want to be with me. I don't want to be anybody's favor. I thought you were with me because you love me, right?
She thought love existed in this man's heart for her. Behave yourself. This man doesn't know how to love you. This one in time when he knows how to love himself because he's a narcissist. Open your eyes.
I don't want to drag this to go long, and I'll tell you why. You always think or you feel like you're doing a lot. And you say you sacrifice the most.
I feel the same. I never said that. Don't put words in my mouth.
I am adopting Mahadi for you. So that if I have Mahadi, I don't need to have another wife. I'll just be with you, and then I'll sacrifice the whole joy that you are enjoying, but I shouldn't enjoy.
I never said that.
I'm just saying, I didn't say that you say it. I'm just telling you the facts. And I think the decision you make, Kimberly, is the best. You don't want it. If you don't want it, you remove the ring. This is the ring. You remove it, you keep it here, and you say you're done. So I think it is high time I just go back home and look for somebody who is around my culture, like everything is the same, and just find one, get married, and continue with my life like that. And then I pray for you should get the best, a man that is going to be better and better and better than me. I'll pray, help me pray for that.
Hold on a minute. I ain't clapping right now. Because we got to wait until next week for the tell all, though. Because I'm clapping like, damn, man done the right thing. He's actually left her, you know what I mean? Which is what was needed. But then again, we still the tell to come, and we might just hear that they're back together again. So I'm not even going to be optimistic at this moment in time.
All right. Say that.
I cannot continue this way. I cannot be in a relationship that is so toxic and it look unhealthy to me. I don't see any reason why a woman that is 18 years older than me will be behaving like somebody who is like younger than me. You can't be
Love the way he used her age as a part of his complaints. I love the way he did that. What a scum.
telling me I don't think I'll tolerate any act of, like disrespect from anybody. And if everyone that will come to me with disrespect, then I will leave single.
Well, I guess she's gone from being super fan to potential, being girlfriend, to being fiance, to now being Kimberly. No more Kimberly. At least you got her name back, isn't it? At least you got her name back anyway, you know what I'm saying? let's just look at the positive side of things. But like I said, let's wait for the tell.
Through so much other stuff, but now he doesn't want to be with me, or he thinks I'm a favor. Why should I marry him? Every time I say something, it's like tit for tat. Oh, well, you do this, well, I sacrifice this for you. Oh, well, I'm doing a favor by being with you. I don't want to be no man's favor. I've been through a lot of, and I can't just sit here and just like let some dude just sit there and just like tear me down, and that's how it feels to me.
At least she finally realized that she can't be no man's favor. That is the main thing right there, because boy, man said before that, pretty much you're lucky to be with me. You know what I mean? And I don't know why she's still stuck around for that. But yes, she went back home and then flew back again to the thingamajiggy to Nigeria. It's an utter madness. It's a calamity. But with that being said, though, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Very, very interested to hear what you got to say in the comment section. So please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And of course, shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel and patron and everyone that's a subscriber. Yep, that's it. Peace.